Okay, it's been a while. It's 10 o'clock on a Monday night, so what better time to kickstart this thing? For those of you that obviously are already subscribed, we're back. And those of you that come over from Instagram, hey, this is long form. I hope you enjoy. First video back. Let's just get to know each other again and go for a Q&A. I put a little poll up on Instagram and we got some questions. Obviously there was a lot of trolling, which is just a classic. I expect no better. First off, just want to give a shout out to a few of the people that have reminded me that I said I'd do this and I want to do this, and when I'm able to dedicate time, I would. So appreciate those people reminding me, and this is it. This is your accountability video. But yeah, appreciate all of those accountability check-ins that I've had through just other creators. I feel like sometimes it's nice just to be around other people doing it. Bit of context. One of the creators I met in Bali last year came to visit and gave me a stern little reminder. Roll the clip. It's been a while. This is Les.
Hi.
I went traveling in Bali last year and I was very lucky to meet Les and a bunch of other creators. But more importantly, I have always been meaning to get back to YouTube. This is it.
Get your shit together. Post. What are you doing? Post.
Exactly.
Post.
So if you see this clip, it means I'm actually here on YouTube again. So let's do this.
Year 2024. Let's go. This is not an old clip. This is a year 2024 clip.
24, date it. What is the date?
I should know this. I have a flight. July 21st, 2024.
If I get a video out in the next month.
Yes, you can use this clip.
If it's next year, I've failed.
Yeah, a big time.
I say Stan. She's nice about it. But yeah, questions, Q&A. I'm going to keep it as short and brief as I can, because I feel like I've already waffled quite a bit and I want to make sure this video is engaging and well paced. How long have you been freelance, and do you have any advice on how to get there? So I've been freelance for a long time because I used to run a personal training business, however, and did photography alongside, but I would say full-time freelance about 2.5 years, where I've purely just done photography, videography, filmmaking, and that kind of industry, Instagram, and lived solely off the money that I've earned from that. Honestly, it was the best decision I ever made when I decided to make the jump. Now, everyone's situation is a bit different. If you're living at home, then I don't see why you can't go all in, unless you've got some pretty unsupportive parents. But I would recommend just going all in if you live at home and you don't have loads of rent to pay and loads of responsibilities and stuff like that. That is a little bit more of a harder situation. But if you want something, you will work hard and you will get it. What is it? Plan A doesn't work if you have a plan B, sort of thing, you know? And it can be a little bit scary to make the jump, and when you've got rent and outgoings, and money will fluctuate as a freelancer. Honestly, there is an abundance of work out there. You just have to go get it. It's that whole kind of scarcity mindset a little bit. There's a little quote that comes to me actually from Alex Hormozy, which is, fear is a mile wide but an inch deep. Basically saying once you take that step into the unknown, you realize it's not that bad, and it's actually really awesome being your own boss. Anyways, if I was just to give 3 simple tips to get to that position, retainers. So having multiple clients that pay you on a monthly basis for regular content. That's a really easy way to get a stable amount of income, and then you'll pick up other shoots in and around that. If you're not even getting to that point where you're able to tie down those retainers, then it's a case of, make sure the portfolio, you're having your work out there in the world being seen. If you're not even getting that, then you need to do some free jobs. At the end of the day, if you have an example that you can show a client that you've already done, that's half the battle really, because in this world, the finished product really speaks for itself. No one ever asked me for a CV. They asked to see what work I've done. So make sure you've got a portfolio. If you haven't and you're struggling to get clients, offer to do some free work, and obviously pick stuff that you will see as potentially profitable down the line. So there's no point just going and doing a bunch of free shoots. Have a think about what clientele do you want to work with, and those free shoots, are they going to help you get closer to actually landing those clients you want? Or is it the client you want, you shoot for them for free, and next time comes around, it's paid? I feel like this is a brief Q&A, so this is not freelance 101, but yeah, I hope there was something helpful in that. English or Spanish? Yeah. We'll leave it in there. Favorite camera? It's dead easy for me. It has to be literally the camera I'm shooting on right now, the FX3. It is an absolute workhorse. I shoot on the Sony systems. The FX3 has never faltered in delivering what I needed to do every time. I've never had an overheating issue I've never had a constraint or a limitation of using the FX3, minus the no internal NDs, but it's a small body, so. But yeah, FX3, the low light, the 2 ISO bases, like sticking to those, just get this clean, non-grainy, noisy image, even like in super dark conditions. So as an actual workhorse camera for shoots and stuff, the FX3 is very, very much my favorite. Top 3 best camera accessories. Carl, I'm very much opposed to unnecessary accessorizing. I think knowing what you're going to shoot then warrants what equipment you take, and you don't always need to take just everything under the sun. My philosophy on equipment is less is more, or there has to be a proper function and purpose of the equipment. So in terms of like most important camera accessory, I would say for me has got to be a variable ND filter. Without that, I'm not going to get lovely S-Log free footage. ND allows you to get the correct exposure pretty easily, stick to ISO basis, all that jazz. Second, do you know what? On longer shoot days, that's when I think having a camera rigged up is important, and the most important part of that is having like a V90 battery, not having to change batteries throughout the day, and just having like one that charges your camera or your camera and your monitor. That is just a blessing, and a really I think a really important piece of equipment. Instead of just like burning through camera batteries, you're pretty much good to shoot like a whole day on one of those. So that would be my second. Lastly would definitely be a gimbal. I've got the Ronin RS4 Pro. It's insane. However, pick and choose when you use these, when you use a gimbal, because recently I was shooting this active campaign and I did it all handheld, because when you're capturing motion, sometimes a really still, stable shot, it doesn't really show the action. So if you were shooting like real estate, then the gimbal would be like better for that kind of thing. Or if you're trying to shoot like some corporate clean video. But yeah. Right. Would you switch to Nikon? I think the silence says it all, really. Moving swiftly on, top 3 shoots. Top 3 biggest or top 3 favorite? I feel like they're 2 different things. I'll give you my top 3 favorite. I think one of them has to be when Glenn hired me to go out to Alpha Land. That was to me, originally being in the fitness industry, was like the pinnacle, the top. The people I got to meet there, Christian Guzman, Max Tuning, all these people I've watched for years when I was younger on the fitness scene. Really quite just an amazing moment, and I'm incredibly grateful that I got the opportunity to shoot Glenn out there with Alpha Elite and stuff. So that's definitely up there as a really important moment for myself. Second would be going to the Dolomites in Italy as part of a trip / shooting for the Scouts, this outdoor clothing campaign they were doing. I think that was just because I was around 3 great friends and great shooters, and we were just having such a good time in the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen. Have no signal, you're just present, except we're all on our cameras, but we're all loving it, and it was just so euphoric. I actually think it's hands down the best trip I've ever been on in my life to date. Yeah, that was a peak. I peaked then for a bit. When you're at the top of a mountain, you just have so much clarity of mind. You just can think so clearly. I generally was just quite content with life at that point. But yeah, third favorite. It's definitely got to be one of those shoots that I've done with Greg. Greg is, if you know, he's my business partner and someone I work with on a regular basis. And yeah, we've had some great moments on shoots, where we're just in awe of what we're capturing and what each other have got, and just so happy for each other. Wow, that sounds really cool, doesn't it? Friends. Oh, can I do that? I don't know. We did a shoot for a motorsport team called DTO, and they were hosting Adobe, so that was really cool. So again, it was a big client. We use Adobe software all the freaking time. I'm using it to edit this video, so that was cool. And also, I absolutely love shooting motorsport. It's definitely, I've got a sweet spot for it. It's actually my favourite thing to shoot, despite having those fitness roots. Yeah, I absolutely love cars. God, I took ages on that one. Alright, 3 biggest shoots. The biggest clients I've shot, corporate-y kind of ones, network rail, trains and all. What did we do? Liverpool FC, partner event, which is pretty cool. And then the biggest shoot I've technically done on the scale of things is the automotive sponsor announcement for Euros 24, which was BYD. They're like a sick electric car company that have sort of just like overtaken Tesla and are like branching out into the UK and Europe. You've probably seen a few of their bits, but I've done quite a few projects for them. Enough about me, even though it's a Q&A. Why did you start an agency? God, these are deep. Obviously, if you have a team, you're going to produce a better end result. So yeah, I like working in a team, and I think it's about the vision of like creating something more together. Yeah. Favorite place you've traveled? It's a shame that there are no YouTube videos of this. Bali last year. I've been living by myself now for just over a year, but last year I decided that I wanted to like just live entirely by myself and just be completely fine with that. And that was kind of like a little personal goal that I set out. So I stayed by myself in Bali, got my own routine, like met some incredible people. I loved it that much. I'm like 99% sure I'm going back in October. I'm just figuring out whether it's like 2 months or like 6 months. Yeah, it's gonna be good, and I will be bringing you with me as well. We won't have my softbox or all of the equipment in the world, but that's one thing you kind of have to like learn to deal with as a perfectionist, that creating it and not worrying about every single detail, you'll be okay. Did you get a massage in Thailand? I feel like that question's meant to be a little bit promiscuous, but no, I didn't, because it's actually a lot better, but I had a pretty bad back from like a disc injury. All my camera people out there, I'm sure there's others suffering, but it's a lot better this year, so I think I will be taking up surfing, as I won't be scared to get a massage. Okay, what are your future travel plans? Well, I've already answered that question. October, we're leaving the UK's freezing winter. Yeah, I'm excited. I hope you found this video enjoyable. I've got a few ideas for some videos that I'm going to be bringing to you guys as well. How to edit quicker, how with cameras, as well as like travel vlogs and tech reviews, or everything kind of associated with my life. So hopefully you enjoy that and I make it nice and entertaining for you. If you stuck around till this part of the video, I would really appreciate it if you could drop a like and a comment and the cheeky sub. That'd be great. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.